Welcome to the Fear and Greed Afternoon Report for Wednesday, the 6th of April 2022. I'm Sean Aylmer. Every afternoon, we bring you the 5 news items that happened today that you need to know about. Let's jump into it. Story number 1 is the local market. The S&P ASX 200 finished down 0.5% today to 7,490 points, having set a new 50-day high yesterday. The tech stocks led the way lower, with big falls in Block, that's the owner of Afterpay, Xero and WiseTech Global. Materials stocks were also lower, with BHP and Rio Tinto both down more than 1%. Financials did best, helped by the rising interest rate environment. Market leader Commonwealth Bank closed up 1.3%, while National Australia Bank and ANZ both jumped 1.2%. The worst performer of the top 200 was Novonix, which fell nearly 7%, and Lynas Rare Earths was down 6%, having fallen a similar amount yesterday. Magellan Financial, which has done pretty well recently, was also off 6%. Now, the best performer on the market today was coal group Whitehaven Coal. It was up 5.5%. The Aussie dollar fell back a bit after its jump yesterday, and it's trading just under 76 US cents. Story number 2. It emerged today that more than 2.1 million Australians are overdue for their COVID-19 booster, with the head of the rollout, Lieutenant General John Frewen, blaming confusion and complacency, particularly among the under 40-year-olds. COVID cases remain too high. South Australia recorded its worst ever day for COVID numbers today, with infections hitting 5,784. It's one of the COVID hotspots across the country at the moment. In New South Wales, the Health Minister Brad Hazzard tested positive to the coronavirus after suffering minor flu symptoms. The state recorded a jump in infections to more than 24,000 today. Victoria recorded 12,150 new infections, and Queensland and Western Australia both reported around 8,500 cases. Story number 3. As always, plenty happening in the gaming sector. Crown today said it was cooperating with regulators over potential disciplinary action in which it faces up to a $100 million penalty. Last year's Royal Commission found that Crown allowed high rollers to shift more than $160 million over 4 years out of China by linking payments from Chinese credit cards to Crown's reception, hence evading anti-money laundering rules. One method was via China Union Pay credit cards, and that's what Crown is working with regulators over. Meanwhile, at the New South Wales inquiry into whether the Star should maintain its licence, the gaming group's legal team has been accused of incorrectly claiming legal privilege over documents and instructing other casino employees to say they were seeking legal advice in emails, even if they weren't, in order to shield them from producing to the regulator. Well, that just keeps going. Incredible story, that one. Story number 4. One of the more interesting takeover battles at the moment is for IVF Group versus Health. Yesterday, local private equity player BGH Capital pitched an $8 a share cash offer. The bid comes after Virtus had already recommended an effective $8.13 a share offer from UK group CapVest Partners. Now, today's bid is the 7th from the 2 private equity groups for Virtus. They both want it, obviously. You'd think it's an easy choice, $8 versus $8.13, but the latter is by a scheme of arrangement, which may not get up. So, should shareholders go for the surety of the cash or for the higher price? Who knows? And story number 5, Ukrainian forces appear to have retaken key ground in the north of the country, according to British intelligence. It seems that Russia is refocusing on the east of the country, having struggled to maintain its presence in other regions. Meanwhile, Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky challenged the United Nations to act immediately and expel Russia from the Security Council to help his country. Washington said it will send $100 million in additional anti-armor weapons to Ukraine, bringing US military aid to Ukraine to over $1.7 billion. That's it for the afternoon report for Wednesday, the 6th of April, 2022. Don't forget to hit follow on the podcast and find Fear and Greed on LinkedIn, Twitter and Facebook. Join Michael Thompson and I tomorrow morning for the Thursday Fast 5 by Fear and Greed. I'm Sean Aylmer. Enjoy your evening.